Hey guys, Vick here, back with a vlog. Vlog number 35, if you are keeping count like me. Yeah, vlog 35, loads to go through, loads of things coming up for review. Loads of things reviewed to recap on, some mistakes to qualify, some things to recap, etc. And all that good stuff. Got some live stuff, got a giveaway, got to talk about some juice, some coils, upcoming things to show and tell, viewer comments, everything. I am vaping on a Squonker. That's right, I'm squonking. Squonk. Squonking. For those who don't know, squonking is using a dripper on top, but having a bottle of juice underneath that you push to squirt juice into your dripper to wick it, as opposed to dripping down the drip tip. That's the principle. The logic behind it is that the nicest way to vape is to drip. However, dripping is a pain. And so instead of dripping, you have a bottle of juice underneath. So it's the quality of a dripping vape, but without the dripping, without the fuss and the mess. That's the principle of squonking. I'm going to do a video on squonking at some point, I think, as well. But this is the Lost Vape. I think it's the Lost Vape Halcyon Squonker. It's a DNA 200 board. There. It's got a 900 mAh battery, LiPo battery on the side. I can show you actually. F it. LiPo battery, bottle of juice, door. Someone's hello. Someone's come to say hello. If you didn't see him last time, this is a very naughty cat or kitten or whatever they call that. I don't know. Is it a dog? Where can I put you where I won't be able to hear you crying? I'll just dispose of this. Anybody got any bags with bricks in? That's the end of that. It's fine. The cat's fine. I haven't killed it yet. Okay, so out of breath now. 3-story house. Anyway, what was it? What was I talking about? Squonking, yeah, Halcyon Squonker. DNA 200 board. There's your evidence. 900 mAh battery. Dripper on top. This is a Lost Vape dripper as well. There's a hole in the pin of the dripper. That's where the juice comes up. Okay. That's that. That's what I'm vaping on. I'm vaping on the juice inside the bottle is Dripper Cloud. Dripper Cloud. Congo Sunset. Dripper Cloud have a website now. And I'll tell you what it is. It's a friend of mine that runs Dripper Cloud Juice. Talked about them before, but they've got a website now. Dripper Cloud, dripper with an A at the end. drippercloudliquids.co.uk. That's that, and that's what's in the tank. 60 watts. If it gets dry, you just push the button, and it's juiced up again. I'm brand new to squonking. I'm going to try and squonk in this vlog without looking straight down the drip tip. Oh, has it got juice in? And then when I press it, I'm going, was it coming out of the bottle? I'm going to try and do it without doing that. I bet I don't know how I'll get on. So we're still pretty new to it, sort of enjoying it. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on squonking, but I don't know what's going to be in that video. Okay, viewer comments. Let's get straight into it. Talked about quite a few things last time in the last vlog, but there was no sort of central topic. Encaged says, Sweden are already out, Vick. Haha. Sort of like laughing smiley face. Yeah, I had Sweden in my sweepstake at work for the Euros, and Sweden are out, England are out. Congratulations to Portugal. really pleased for them because they don't win much neither. A bit like England, Portugal in some ways, perennial underachievers. So that's pretty good that they won. Curezilla says, Quacks is awesome! Exclamation mark. They sent me a tiny rubber ducky with an order one time. It's so cute, and I still got it sitting on my vape stuff. It's pretty cool, actually. On the Quacks thing, so I was saying that it's like a custard vape, but it's got like an extra ingredient in it, and it's got almost like a minty taste to it or something. What I've found out since is that, and I've been mixing up some bottles. This one's nearly ready. This one's not nearly ready. What I found out since that first mix that I did is I possibly used too much concentrate. Because if you remember back when I mixed it, I deliberately put in a bit more than they say. 20% mix it should be. I put a bit more in on purpose, just maybe to make it tastier. But what that did was that enthused the third ingredient. So the second batch I've made, which is downstairs in the bottle that goes to work, that one is just 20%, straight up 20%, exactly as they told me to do it. And that one's way better. Like the third ingredient is just a nice little back aftertaste now, and it's really nice and custardy. And I'm really enjoying the second batch of Quacks goose juice that I made. Yeah, so that was that. Yeah, happy with that. Stephen Moore says, never noticed the rattle battery door on the RX200S till you mentioned it. There's a tiny bit of play on the RX200 as well, but not as much as the 200S, and I've noticed the magnets on the 200S are crap compared to the 200 as well. I agree. I find that quite frustrating. A little, not, obviously you don't do that in normal use. The 200 is better, and it does seem to be across the board. All 200Ss just seem to have that tiny play on the door. Shouldn't be a deal breaker for you, I don't think, but yeah, slightly frustrating. Peter Wells says, Rich, have you tried Royal E-Juice from the UK? All the American reviewers rave about it, like Fagan Mike Vapes, etc. Just wanted a British take on it before buying. If you want, I'll link you to them. James Thurman replied to Peter saying he likes it as well. He really likes it as well. He's tried it. I've never heard of it at all. Royal E-Juice. I've never heard of it. I'm so sorry. I'll make a note of it. If I haven't heard of it though, that means it's quite underground, quite up in my UK juices. So the fact that I haven't heard of it, I guess it's just a blind spot. I don't know. I'm really sorry, but if all the American guys like it, then give it a whirl. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? Vasago125 says, good vlog. Started watching after the Cerebus tank review. Have you tried the Avocado 24 yet? Great tank and a cracking vape. I've heard loads of good things about the Avocado 24, but I've not had a go on one myself. I know so many people that love it though, so I'm sure it's brilliant. For whatever reason, I went down the Limitless route. So I've got a Limitless RDTA, and I've got the Limitless Plus on the way as well. I've got food on me. So I don't know why I haven't ended up using it, but I've heard it's the tits. Don Burton says, great vlog, Vic, really enjoyable as always, brother. I can't wait to see how you feel about the DNA 200, as I have never held one. I had an SX Mini a couple of times and was impressed with weight. Also, we'll watch the TCR episode to have a better understanding. Funny, I don't do temp control anymore. At one time I thought it was something that I would use all the time. 40-50 watts is not normally my range. Don't ever stray from that too far. Keep up the great work you do. I wish you got e-juice sold. In terms of my own juice line, I'm not really in this for the money. So I don't foresee a juice line. This is just a hobby. I yeah, I've got a real job. So what was the other things? The DNA 200. How am I getting on with the DNA 200? I've got it in here. I've got the Vape Sig DNA 200, and I've now got the Squonking DNA 200. Now I've not e-scribed this one up yet to get it how I like it, but I have this one. I've got the menus reading how I want it. As default, it shows the Fahrenheit. Even when you're not in TC, which is dumb. I've changed it to battery percentage on here as the third thing to display. So you've got wattage in big, voltage, ohms, and battery percentage. I suppose I could put something else, amps or something. I don't know. I'm really enjoying them. I haven't got as into eScribe as I would have liked to. I'm still planning on doing something with eScribe and specifically TCR, a video on all that. I'm enjoying the DNA 200s. I don't have any complaints. The LiPo batteries that come with these DNA 200s ain't great. But if that's a real killer for you, there are 18650 DNA 200 mods available. There's the 133 ones, and there's the ones with 3 batteries, like the Relu, like the Tirade, etc. So the board is solid, great power output. eScribe is there if you want it, and I'm happy with my DNA 200. Bronco. Here we go. Branko Jovanovic. Yes. Really glad I found your channel. I enjoy your videos. Oh, and then he said, Pondrez is Slovenia. It's probably not what he said, but that's what I've read it as. And I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Branko? Comment in this one. John Davis says, good vlog as always, Vic. I agree with you about Goose Juice. Tried it at Vape Fest. I got vanilla custard and Colgate, which is a toothpaste in the UK. Not unpleasant, but I prefer Digby's Mum's Custard and Drake's Vapes Vanilla Trifecta. Digby's Mum's Custard and Vapetasia Killer Custard are my standout custards. I love them two custards. I don't have them all the time because they ain't cheap. But what I like about Goose Juice is if you're a custard fiend like me, and like a lot of people, you can use Goose Juice as like a little change up, but still enjoying custard, but changing it up a bit, you know. I really like that. Yeah, you can sort of like chuck it in to you like in the evenings, maybe a couple of hours on Goose Juice if you've been custarding it up all day. I really like that. I'm really enjoying the second batch of Goose Juice. I really am. Last comment. Volker Hut says, why do people trust chargers in mods with fixed batteries more than chargers in mods with exchangeable batteries? Okay, you don't have a choice with a fixed battery. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. External is better. The example that I gave in the previous vlog, we were talking about the Coolfire 4 and the new one having an 18650 battery but not having a charge port. All I meant by that was I need to USB charge the mod at work, and so the 18650 wasn't as suitable for me at work as the Coolfire 4 100 watt version that has a LiPo in it and a USB charging, simply because halfway through the workday I'm going to have to stick it on to charge, and I don't want an IMR battery charger at work really. So that's the only reason. You're absolutely right in what you say. It is better. Removable batteries are better. It is better to charge your batteries externally, but just for that one scenario with me, I prefer to have a battery I can charge with a USB port, and that's that. But totally get what you're saying, 100%. I think I have officially waffled on. Some time was spent killing that cat, so that will be chopped out. So maybe we're not too far behind what we would normally be. Things coming up for review. Nearly looked inside the audio then to see if it was juicy enough and stuff. I'm going to try and avoid doing that. Coming up for review. Okay, so we have this. We reviewed the Disruptor 75TC last time out. That's the mod I'm holding. On top, though, we have the Axiom, which I've now used for a solid week, give or take. And I've used it with the stock head. Straight after this video finishes, I am going to rebuild it and put in the RBA head. Now, it comes with an RBA head as standard. So this is the Axiom. So you know what I'm talking about. New sub-ohm clearomizer from Inikin, Axiom. It says it there. So it comes with one stock head inside the tank from standard, 0.15 ohm head, and they say roughly 30 to 40 watts is its sweet spot. Now, okay, right, it comes with that one head. The other thing it comes with is a rebuildable head. So for me, this tank rises and falls on how good that RBA head is, and so that's what's next. What I can tell you about this vape, though, 33 watts. This is an improvement on the iSubs, in my opinion. The flavour is better, the wicking is better. Look at the size of the wicking in there. It wicks better and it tastes better than an iSub, in my opinion. Not sure about this drip tip, but we'll get into it properly with the review. You can put a little drip tip on top, I think. But yeah, so that's coming up next. As long as I don't run into any troubles with that head. So that head will get a 2-day run out, the RBA head, and then we'll have all the information we need to make that review. Put quite a lot of juice through that tank with the stock head, and it's holding up great so far. So there's that. I've got this. This is the Mage RTA from Coil Art, and I've also got this, the Sigelli Moonshot 24. Now, how quickly can I get this out of the packaging? Come on. Oh. Stand by. Okay, so these are both 24mm RTAs, and when you look at them side by side, you're going to see a striking resemblance. A striking resemblance, Coil Art. What a coincidence that your tank looks exactly like Sigelli's. I don't know. So, anyway, in honour of that, in honour of the fact that it looks so much like and works so much like the Moonshot 24, I'm going to do a versus matchup. I'm going to do the Mage RTA versus the Sigelli Moonshot 24. I'm going to caveat that with the fact that the Sigelli Moonshot came first, and it's sometimes easier to build on an existing design. But yeah, so that's coming up. The Mage RTA versus the Moonshot RDTA. They're both the same. I don't know why they've got different abbreviations. What else? What else? Oh, this. Check this out. Look at this. Look at this wooden C-frame. Look at that. £8,000 this cost me. I got it on eBay. No, it's not. It's what it is it's from SMY. It came in this box. It's the SMY 75 Mini. It comes in a box like that. It was £19.50 from GearBest. I went on GearBest and bought it just for grins, really. Screen looks like that. It looks like this. It's not actually wood. They've just done something. But it's a C-frame. Very dinky, very small. Compared to, say, a Hexo. Very dinky, very small, very thin, etc. Yeah, so this is coming up as well. This mod, it vapes a bit like this. Do really like vaping like this. Still a huge fan of the Serpent Mini. Think it's a fantastic single coil RTA. So it vapes a bit like that. It looks a bit like this. And then there's a review coming for that soon. But you've got to say, it looks amazing for 20 quid, doesn't it? Come on. 20 quid. Hey? Anyway, so that's coming up. I'm going to do a video on Squonking. We've talked about that. Nightcore sent me this. This is the new i2 charger from Nightcore. They've made some bold improvements to this charger. This was one of their most popular chargers, the i2. This is a completely revised one. It now charges at 1 amp. Each compartment charges at 1 amp now, as opposed to the previous half an amp. And they've made some improvements to the actual electronics and board inside. We'll get into it. Active current distribution, ACD technology. Charging program optimized for IMR batteries specifically. Automatic current selection based on battery capacity. Automatic detection of non-rechargeable batteries. I don't know if that was an issue before, but yeah. So it fits an absolute butt ton of different batteries, as you can see there. And it's new. It's their brand new i2 charger. So we'll do a quick vid on that, so you can see that in action. Don't forget, get a charger that's reputable. It's one of the most. It's something that needs to be taken seriously. Don't charge it overnight. Don't leave it completely unattended. Be safe when charging. It's one of the few things in vaping that can go seriously wrong. So use a good charger, and that looks like a good charger, but we'll put it through its paces before reviewing it. I've got the Gouger. Where are you? The Gouger. The Gouger sub-ohm clearomizer off of iJoy. Looks a bit like that. I think I know that Pauly Meatballs has already done a video on this, so check that out. I think he liked it, I don't think it's pulling up any trees, I don't think it's changing the game, but I think he really thought it was a solid clearomizer, so that'll be an interesting one as well. And I'm still supposed to be reviewing that iStick iNano, but it's still in the wife's car, so I don't know how I'm going to get that back to review it. I don't know. That might drop off the list, but it's currently on the list right now. So that's that. That's all that. We are running through here. Okay, so that is that's what's coming up. Previously reviewed items. Okay, this is going to be fun. Squonk. Squonk. You have to make that noise every time you press the bottle. Even if your wife threatens to throw things at you, it's very important that you do that. I think the plumes call it squonking, which is quite appropriate as well. Okay, previously reviewed items, things that we have reviewed that I'm going to tell you how I'm getting on with, corrections, changes of opinion over time, etc. Previously reviewed items, the Limitless RDTA, whatevs, Cotton Jenny, I don't know, call it what you bloody well want. This is it, this is said thing. Right, okay. Because it had been out ages, etc., I just did a build video on it instead of doing a full review. Everyone else has reviewed it. It's great, etc. I just thought I'd do a build vid just for fun. One thing I did do in the video, and I did say in the video, was I used far too much cotton. And some people jumped on that and to remind me that I'd used far too much cotton, which is helpful because I had forgotten I'd used far too much cotton. I did say that in the video. It doesn't need anywhere near as much cotton. In fact, a lot of people like to do it in this style, which is where there is no cotton in the actual glass bit of the tank. The cotton just basically goes to this line. When you're vaping it, it's sort of getting up towards there. It only needs to touch it once to sort of rejuice anyway, so it seems to wick absolutely fine like this. Get away with a bit more power in here. 58. I still think it's a brilliant tank. I really like this vape style. Very good indeed. But yeah, the build wasn't. The build was. I'd used too much cotton when I built it on that build video. But life goes on, doesn't it? So yeah, so if you're watching that, or you have watched it, or whatever, just use slightly less cotton than I used on that video. Speaking of other mistakes, the TF RTA, I did a review on that too. Where does that live? It lives on the DNA right now. It's not staying on it. A mistake I made on this video was I said the drip tip wasn't removable. As you can see, it clearly is. Basically, what happened there was the design of. I wonder if I've got it laying around. Let's fall into the bottom of this drip tip box. But basically, the drip tip design, for whatever reason, was the drip tip, but then another hole inside. So there's like another chamber inside the drip tip, and mine was so tight. It was literally absolutely rocked on. I used pliers to get it off in the end. So when it came to review time, tried to remove it, it wouldn't remove. It had that weird thing in the middle, and I thought, hang on, it mustn't be a removable drip tip. And so in the video I said you can't remove the drip tip. You can remove the drip tip. Mine was just insanely tight. I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about that mistake in that video, because if it had been a non-removable drip tip, me pulling it off with pliers would have broken the tank. So I wouldn't have been able to make the video at all. So I'm a bit over it, you know. I mean, everyone was completely right to point out in the comments that you can remove the drip tip. You can remove the drip tip. All is well, but it totally looked like you couldn't with mine. So that's live. That to one side, I think it's great. I genuinely think this is one of the better wide RTAs. All these wide RTAs they're in now. This one is just so faff-free. The airflow is quiet and swooshy. It wicks well. The juice flow control, click, click, on, off, on, off. So easy compared to some of them that are such a fiddle. The top fill is so... Let's close that. The top fill that's natty. That is natty. That is cool. That is pretty cool how it does that. I didn't think in practical use that would be good, but I haven't had a problem with it, and it's a really quick and easy way to refill it. So happy with that. Really like that tank. I think it is actually really good. I think, yeah, it's a top big RTA. The Tesla Stealth Mini. This stinky little thing. Are the batteries flat? Oh, it says not. Bear with me, I haven't used this for a little bit. But anyway, natty little thing. Serves a purpose. Insanely small. Ridiculously small. Look at that. And these are not big hands. No, it's great. Natty little thing. I actually think it looks better than the original. The tank works fine. It fits the K-Fun Mini 2.1. So if you wanted an RTA in here, that would be my recommendation. Yeah, I think it's a solid piece of kit. If you need an epically portable mod and tank, I think that's a great option. I think it's good. The other thing I reviewed, which is downstairs, is the Sub 1. No, I've sold it. I got rid of it. The Sub 1, the Yep Sig Sub 1 mod. Bought it, reviewed it, sold it. It works absolutely fine. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. I just didn't need it anymore, so I just got it for the review, really. So yeah, so that's gone. Decent. It's fine. You know, it's all right. It's good. It's fine. So that's things that we've previously reviewed. After the reviews I mentioned coming up, we'll do another vlog and we'll do all this again. Juice section. It is time for the juice section.
It's quite pungent. Oh yeah. Stings the nostrils. Brian, I'm going to be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, juice section. Back to it. Squank. Squank. Juicy. Back to it. Juice section. Special mention for this juice is not. It wasn't sent to me for this purpose or anything like that. But this honey buns comes in a massive fat unicorn bottle, 60ml unicorn bottle. I think this juice is amazing. Came by it in a random manner, but I think it's absolutely delicious and not expensive as well, considering you get 60ml. Really liking this juice. So just a special mention to Coil Glaze. I know you can get it from DNA Vapes. Is it dnavapes.co.uk? DNA Vapes. dnavapes.com. They sell it. It's fairly cheap considering you get 60ml. So special mention for that. Really like that juice. Right, here we go. This is the juice of the vlog, the official juice of the vlog. It is this Delish Fish. Delish Fish. Delish-fish.com. So now this one, I've been dreading this because it's quite complicated. What they've got going on here is two things. There's a juice line. There's a juice line, and it's called Delish Fish, and that's all good. That's great. They've got olive dolphin, yellow urchin, brown clown. There's a sea theme here, you know. Green shark, purple ray, crimson crab, and beige lobster. And they've also got blue starfish and red octopus. So that's the juice line, and they do these juices, fairly priced juices, but they also do, and this is where it gets complicated, they do the juice in individual concentrate form. Now, what they have is they have the bases. Oh god, this is quite complicated, right? So they have. So what you can do if you go to delish-fish.com is literally customize in individual bottles exactly what you want. So you can buy your PG, your VG, your Nick from delish-fish.com. Then once you've got those, you need to pick a base. So you can have a biscuit base, a cereal base, a milk base, a yogurt base, donut base, aniseed base, blackjack base, menthol base, custard base, or cake base. Stay with me. Then you can pick your fill fish, lovely fillings to go within that. So you've got things like mango, orange, lime, blueberry, peanut butter, tobacco, coffee, coconut, caramel. So you've got things like that to add in. So you get those individual bottles. So you could say, I want custard with mango. So you've got those two. You've got your PG, your VG, and your Nick. Stay with me. Then finally, you can do your toppings, so your extra little ingredients to throw in as well, and you can get these in individual bottles. You can get, so they call this top fish, but it's like toppings, you know, so it's like frosting, peppermint, cherry, marshmallow, pineapple, almond, cream, mint. So you can go, I want custard with mango. You can go, I've got my PG, I've got my VG, I've got my Nick. I want custard. So I've got my custard base. Then I've got my mango filling, and then I have got a little bit of almond on top as my frosting. And you can build up your juice completely customizable through the site. So you can buy the whole juices all set, or you can buy cake with frosting and then put some strawberry in, and then put your Nick and your PG and your VG in. So what this is a juice line, but also a completely customizable juice concentrate website. So you can completely build whatever juice you like using Delish-Fish concentrates. So pretty cool, right? So that's how you do that. That's what that's all about. So I have got. Okay, so back to catfish. They have sent me They've sent me some things to build one up. I might build one up next time. But they've also sent me 2 flavors. So they have sent me ready to go, just full on juice. They have sent me Crimson Crab, which is mixed fruit with a menthol punch to keep you coming back. Crimson Crab. And they have sent me Beige Lobster. And this one is Blueberry Muffin, freshly baked sticky blueberry muffins. So let's get into one of these. Let's give it a whirl. Stick it on. I'm sorry that the light keeps changing. It's just because the weather keeps changing, and I've got like a window right above me, like a skylight. Middle class problems, I guess. So I'm just juicing it up now. It's a bit like Squonking this. You just squeeze the bottle. Don't get me started. Save it. Right. Oh god, it smells nice. So I wonder if you can make Beige Lobster with in the building up process. Maybe you can make your own Beige Lobster. You'd get, if you got cake base and then added blueberry muffin then added blueberry as your filling, and then added frosting as your topping. I suppose you could make your own Beige Lobster. Does that help explain it? No? Fuck you then. Doing my best here. Okay, so that's right, yeah. Have I just used the right one? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so Beige Lobster, here we go. Does taste like a blueberry muffin. It's got a really nice sweet topping, like a like a really sugary top to it. That's really good. That's really good. The blueberry would kill it if it was too overpowering. But it's not. It's not overpowering at all. You can still get loads of cakiness, loads of cakey muffin. Beige Lobster is great. Crimson Crab doesn't really sound up my street, if I'm honest. Minty, fruity. I'll try it and report back, but Beige Lobster's good. So £2.50 for 10ml, £6.50 for 30ml. That's good, isn't it? That is a bargain. That's alright, you know. I like that. Beige Lobster. Who knew? Who knew I would like Beige Lobster? So, what do I do with these? They'll have to go in the mixing box, and these will have to go on the shelf. yeah, so that was delish-fish.com. We got through it. It's a great idea. I can't believe no one's ever not done it before. Maybe someone has. Maybe someone has. I don't know. But that's a great idea, great concept. Beige lobster's delicious. Go to delish-fish. Customize your juice. I might do it myself because I like the idea of a custard with. Because there aren't that many like varieties of custard. I like the idea of custard with something else in, so I might try it out myself. But I might recap on that as well. But that's that. We'll very quickly go into the real life montage of what's been going on in real life in photographic form. So I'll very quickly show you a slideshow, then we'll come back for a giveaway and a couple of other little bits and pieces. Okay guys, giveaway time. It is giveaway time. Well done on waiting so long for the giveaway. Good for you. You deserve to win this. So good luck with that. Endura. I'm going to give away an Endura T18 and a pack of coils to go with. The T18, in my opinion, is as good as it gets for a first-time smoker to vapor transfer device. So if you're a smoker or you know someone who's a smoker, win this, give it to them. It's also a really solid vape device, you know, out and about, on the go, at work, you got your suit on, you're going on the train, something like that. It's just absolutely rock solid setup. It's very, very good, and it does emulate smoking, which is the key for new vapors. I think it's a fantastic kit from Inniken, and I'm going to give it away. So if you've got someone in mind who is a smoker wanting to vape, or you just want to give it a whirl yourself, it's just rock solid. I could easily use it for a whole day if I had to, if I was going somewhere, whatever. I think it's ace. I think it's great. The Endura T18. So to win the Endura T18, email me cd_v1ck@hotmail.com. Put giveaway 35 as the title or subject of your email. In the body, put your name and address and the answer to this question: what is 28 plus 2? If you know the answer to that question, put your name and address in the body with that answer. So simple as that. More details in the description should you need it, as well as links to anything I've talked about in this vlog. So Endura T18. That's gone into giveaway corner. That's over there. Okay, last thing. Two more little things. Bear with me. Okay, so into the box we go. Check these out. Check this out. Coil Master, those guys that help you build stuff, help you build your drippers, your RDAs, your RTAs, your RDTAs, your cotton jennies, your Genesis atomizers, all that stuff. They have done it again. Coil Master have began with doing two things for your pleasure. They have begun creating pre-made coils, should you need pre-made coils. These ones in this little tub are Claptons. They come out at 0.6, so if you dual them up, 0.3. Clapton coil, look at that. Clapton coil, that looks like 5 wraps of Clapton in there. in a little tub. They also have these. Check these out. Look at those. What are those called? Those are staple staggered fused Claptons. They come out at 0.2. They look amazing. You know, like coil art stuff. They also have these. Ooh, what's that? They have some twisted ones as well in this tub. And they have Juggernaut coils. Look at those Juggernaut coils. So they have those as well. So if you want to try some of these fancy wires, fancy coils, but you don't want to go to the trouble, and it is trouble, of building them yourself, check out Coil Master, because they do that now. They also are doing pre-made wire, they're selling wire as well, so you can get wire now. This is twisted. This is 15 foot of 26 AWG twisted wire, and it looks good. Twisted all nice for your pleasure again. So twisted wire, they've got nickel wire, they have got 316L stainless steel wire, 22 gauge Canthal, they've got it. You name it, they've got it. And knowing Coil Master, it will be at a fair price as well. So if you're in need of wire, bear Coil Master in mind. If you want to try some of these fancy coils, they do them now as well, so check those out. I'll try and get a link in the description to Coil Master so you can chase up that as well. And I'm going to, in the next vlog, I'm going to have one of these staple staggered fused Clapton coils. I'm going to build one for the next vlog. I'm going to build one for the next vlog and tell you all about it. So stay tuned for that. Going well, yeah? Going well? Coming up to an hour? Sorry about the length of this vlog. Not sure which bit I dwelled on. I'm dwelling now. Squonk. Squonk. Okay. Last thing, and this is just a polite reminder. I, as well as doing YouTube, I do a podcast. It's called the Let's Vape podcast. I do it with my friend Joe Cloudy from Cloudy Vape, who's also a former reviewer on YouTube. You can check him out. It's called the Let's Vape podcast. It's available on iTunes and any apps that use iTunes, so Podbean, Beyond Pod, all those things. You can get it from there. You can also see us on SoundCloud. Just do a Google search for Let's Vape podcast, or check the description where there are links directly to the Let's Vape podcast. It's a podcast, a weekly podcast, about an hour. We shoot the breeze, we talk about vaping, we talk about all manner of things. I don't even want to get into what we talk about on here, but all manner of crazy things. Very good fun. Really enjoy doing it. Cloudy's awesome. He's very funny on the podcast. If you haven't already checked it out and you're still watching this video, please check us out. Please check us out. If you're a podcast person, you know, if you're not afraid of listening to the odd podcast, then check us out, please, because it's a great podcast and it gets a lot of downloads, so we must be doing something right. So yeah, just a quick reminder of that. I haven't talked about the Let's Vape podcast for a long time, and I thought I'd better in a vlog. So I'm going to squank my way out. I'm going to vape on this one last time. Thank you very much for watching. If you're still watching now, thank you so much. If you're still watching now, put what car you drive. Put what car you drive in the comments if you're still watching now. I've been Vaping Vic, and I'll see you again soon.